Our sense of smell is really important. If we walk into a space and it smells amazing, we instantly feel at ease, relaxed, stimulated, and overall just good. But the opposite holds true as well. If you walk into a space and it smells bad or funky or off or questionable, all of a sudden, all of the alarm bells are going off in our head. Is something dirty? Is something wrong? Should I even be here? This is gross. Like, it just starts to send the wrong signals to your brain. So ideally, when you walk into your own home, or when someone else walks into your own home, you want it to smell amazing. And what happens to us as creatures of habit and people who get used to their space, we become nose blind to our own smells. So oftentimes we don't even pay attention to what our home smells like. But when someone else steps in, oh, trust me, they notice. So in this video, I want to help us figure out where those bad smells are coming from. We're going to get to the root of the source. We're going to get to the cause. We're going to solve that problem, and we are going to make your home smell amazing so that both you and anyone who comes through your door will appreciate, enjoy, and savor that smell. And just a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to the Clean My Space channel. And a quick note to mention that this video is brought to you by Makers Clean, which is our sister company. Makers Clean sells premium microfiber cleaning tools and so much more. You can visit us at makersclean.com or makersclean.ca. You can see everything that we sell. You can join the email list. Lots of fun things to do over there. Give this video a thumbs up for good smelling places. And stick around to the end of this video where I'm going to share with you the story of when my house smelled its absolute worst. And it was quite the caper. We had to spend a lot of time and there was a lot of drama figuring this problem out.
I have Molly with me for this first point because I think she really paints a good picture. And that is, you want to always find the source of your odor. You don't want to mask it. You know, I rarely take advice from a cereal box, but I'm going to quote Toucan Sam here. You really do need to follow your nose. You have to look for the source of the odor and deal with it instead of using a product that's going to mask the odor. That will never solve the problem. That's just going to be a battle of two smells, and you're going to constantly be trying to one-up the smell as the smell one-ups your attempt, and so on and so forth. So of course, pets can be a cause of odors, but we're going to cover so many different causes and how to deal with that later on in this video. The thing I really want to get across here is be a hunter, look for the cause, don't cover it up. The bedroom is a perfect place to talk about soft surfaces, and soft surfaces are quite the culprit when it comes to odors in your home. Let me explain why. Any soft surface that we have, whether it's bed sheets, carpets, window coverings, pillows, clothing, all of these things are soft. They absorb bacteria, they absorb dander, hair, dust, dirt, odor-causing molecules, and they just sit there. So we wash our clothes fairly regularly so they don't smell, but other soft surfaces around our home, we can't say the same for. I mean, seriously, how often are you washing your window coverings or your rug? You know, if you don't clean your sheets on a regular basis, you get that kind of like sweaty kind of stench in your room. That's because sweat and oils and all of that stuff are just building up on your sheets and smelling. So if you have a smell problem in your home, it really could come down to taking care of the soft surfaces. Over the past couple of years, you've probably heard a lot of chatter about indoor air quality, and the hype is real. In our case, specifically, having good indoor air quality means that your house is going to smell better. Now, there are a few ways that you can achieve better indoor air quality. Let's run through a few of them. First, the easiest, cheapest, and most accessible is to open your windows. Generally speaking, when the temperature isn't crazy hot or crazy cold, we crank a couple of windows in the house to get a nice cross breeze going. This helps to move air through our house, get the stale air out, and bring the fresh air in. Now keep in mind, if you live close to a highway or a plant, you might want to be mindful of the times that you're opening your windows, but if you live in a suburb or in a high rise, you should be okay any time of day. Of course, you can improve your indoor air quality by using an air purifier. An air purifier's job is essentially to suck in air floating around your home, clean it through whatever system it uses, and then shoot out fresh, clean air, and fresh, clean air should smell like nothing. On that note, it's really important to make sure that you're changing out your furnace filters 4 times a year, once at every change of the season. That way your furnace can work at its optimum performance level and your air will be fresh, be clean, but also smell it. And of course, it wouldn't be an air quality conversation if we didn't talk about my least favorite cleaning job, vacuuming. But vacuuming is so important to indoor air quality because dust, which is all over our home, falls to the ground. Dust contains odor-causing particles, dander, hair, dead skin cells, dirt, you name it. And as that stuff builds up and floats around our homes, it creates small odors here and there, but over time that builds up and that can make your home smell really stuffy. So get a good quality HEPA vacuum and help improve your indoor air quality, but specifically the smell of your indoor air. There are 3 odor absorbers that are easy to come by, inexpensive, and gentle. They are white vinegar, baking soda, and activated charcoal. And these, among the other things that they do, are great odor absorbers. And the cool thing is you don't even really have to do anything to them. For vinegar, for example, you just put it in a bowl and put it in the smelly area. In fact, people used to do this when they would have parties inside their homes and there were smokers. They would just put out bowls of vinegar and that would absorb cigarette odor. Pretty amazing. Baking soda I love using for deodorizing. People who have been watching Clean My Space for a long time know this. I talk about it all the time. For example, if you have a closet that smells really stuffy, like my front hall closet, sometimes I'll go in there and do voiceovers for Instagram Reels or TikTok videos, and it smells, it's like stale Doritos and dirty shoes. So the way to fix that is to put a little bowl or a sachet of baking soda in the corner. Boom, makes all the difference. And activated charcoal works much the same. In fact, many kitty litter products and other deodorizers, even your organics bin, sometimes the lid comes with an activated charcoal filter so that that absorbs odors. All 3 of these, very easy to come by, inexpensive, and gentle. If you're looking for ways to take the smell of your home beyond just neutral, because we've talked quite a bit about how to neutralize the smell of your home, you can consider using essential oils around your home. This is a small fraction of my collection. Some of the reasons why I love using essential oils to make my home smell great is because you can control for the scent. So unlike a candle or an air freshener or a plug-in, which is very strong and constant, essential oils can be ephemeral. You can use them and they can dissipate fairly quickly, so you can really control for them. Next, you can choose the combinations that you like. So you might not want to smell Hawaiian orchid all the time. You might want to smell a little bit of peppermint, a little bit of lavender. You might want to mix the 2. You might want to experiment. Essential oils allow you to do that. You can also use them with an essential oil diffuser if you like. You can use them in your mop bucket or your spray bottle to kind of elevate your mood during the cleaning experience, which I personally need. But what I love the most is that you're using something that is naturally derived, that you are creating yourself. It's not a perfume. It's not something where you can't read the ingredients. You know exactly what you're getting.
Look, if you're not sure if your house has a bad smell, ask someone who you trust to come over, give it a little sniff, and give you an honest opinion. And that way you can take these action steps and sort things out, because I want your house to smell amazing, again, for you and anyone else that steps through that door. And that brings me to this week's comment question, which is, what is your ideal home scent? I'd love to know in the comments down below. Is it something perfumey, herbally, floral, woodsy? Yes, I said herbally. Herbally? I don't know. You can comment about that as well. Go make fun of me, have fun. For me, you know, I find floral to be a little extra. I don't love that. I love something more natural, something herbally, like I love eucalyptus and lavender. I also love woodsy scents like sandalwood. But let me know your favorite combo in the comments down below. If you love what we do here at Clean My Space, consider becoming part of the Clean My Space community and joining our membership program. Okay, now here is that terrible smelling story. I walked into my house and I noticed there was a smell. It was a little off. It was giving like dead squirrel, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it because I'm like, we don't have a critter problem in this house. And do I even know what a dead squirrel smells like? No. But I just walked in and something smelled very off. And then I was like a bloodhound. I was like sniffing around the whole house trying to figure out what was going on. And the one place that we didn't check was in our cold cellar. As it turned out, there was a power outage a few days before, and we had a chest freezer in this room. And the chest freezer kind of died when the power went out. So it never turned back on, and we had a bunch of meat in there, like frozen, deep freeze meat. And that meat did what rotting meat does. And let me tell you, there was vomit involved, and that freezer and that smell no longer is a problem in this house. And I've also learned my lesson about checking all appliances and all closed doors when a bad smell makes its way into my home. Something else that can smell really bad over time are your towels. And if you want to figure out how to make your towels smell better, you can check out this video right over here where I talk about how to revitalize your towels and make them smell great again. And if you don't like smelly towels, you should totally check out Maker's Clean because our bath sheets and bath towels do not smell. So there you go. If you haven't done so already, make sure that you subscribe to the Clean My Space channel. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.